Hey YouTube, this is DJ942009 and today I'm going to be doing a re-review of Primal Carnage. Thanks to the people at Lukewarm Arts. They came and contacted me on my YouTube page, said hey, our servers are actually up, the Steam is actually messed up, so I want to thank Lukewarm Arts for telling me that. And I actually went on their page, got the download for their server package, and I put it in my Steam folder. So I want to thank you for that. So today I went back and replayed it, and it's actually a fucking awesome game. And because it's an awesome game, I'm gonna go ahead and retract my previous score of 0 out of 10. What happened was the servers wasn't up for like 4 days, and I was just thinking it was their fault. So let's go ahead and get into this review. If you guys want to, I'm posting up profiles of each of the classes that I play. So if you want to, you can pause the video and read the profiles and read the stuff that they have. Otherwise, I'm just going to be talking about it. Like this is the sniper class. Or it's actually the scientist class, and they have a sniper rifle, and a taser, and a tranquilizer dart. And it's pretty, like, unless it's far away combat, you can't do anything. You can no scope. I'm not sure if they meant for you to no scope, but you can. It's pretty easy. I've done it plenty of times. Now, the one thing this game reminds me of is if you've watched any of the Jurassic Park movies, that's exactly what it reminds me of. Is like, it's just nothing but like running from dinosaurs. You're like running through the bushes. It's heart pounding. You see trees bending over from like raptors running through the bushes and stuff. And like whenever the T-Rex gets close, you know, the ground shakes. So it's like a pretty heart-pounding moments like throughout the whole game. And like a lot of times you'll turn around and be face to face with like a T-Rex or something that's like way bigger than you, or even like get attacked out of nowhere by like a raptor or like a Dilophosaurus, which is like the spitters. They spit like acid in your face and make it like where you can't see, like your whole screen turns black when you get sprayed in the face with it. Now, out of all the classes that I've played, I think my favorite on the human side is probably going to be the trappers. They got the net that like instantly disables any of the dinosaurs. Like, it doesn't disable like the bigger ones, it slows them down though, and it allows you to, you know, be able to shoot them and keep your distance from them. But like the smaller dinosaurs is more the biggest problem to me, because you can't see them; they move so quick. Now for the small dinosaurs, I think the raptors probably the best. But I mean, everybody's got their own preferences. Those are my two preferences of the two sides, is the trappers and the raptors. The Dilophosaurus, they seem pretty weak. They take like small amounts of damage before they die. Like, it's not that hard to die as a Dilophosaurus. But they do have the venom spit, so I mean, I guess that's a upside to it. So, you know, people can't hit you. Plus, I mean, you're so fast as a Dilophosaurus or a raptor, then you'll be able to run around them like really fast. Now, the funny thing about this kill is I wasn't actually aiming for this raptor to jump out and burn me. I was aiming for the one on the roof, or the Dilophosaurus on the roof, still spraying people in the face, and I hit him by accident. The Pyromaniac, he's actually a pretty hard class for me to play, because, you know, he does like damage over time effect. He doesn't actually do like hard damage like a shotgun or like a machine gun. He doesn't kill like instantly. He does like slow, steady damage. So like even when they run off, I think they still continue to take damage for like a few seconds afterwards. But I mean, it's still a decent class to have, because, you know, I've gotten beat plenty of times as being on the dinosaur side by a flamethrower guy. I don't know how to play it very well. That's just me, in my opinion. Now, before I start talking about like the dinosaurs, I'm gonna say one thing. Like the tracker, or the Pathfinder, that's what they call him. The Pathfinder, which is he's like a Native American, but he's from Canada according to his bio. But the Pathfinder, he has a shotgun, but he also has flares that like make it really good to like be in an area. Like you throw down a flare, and the dinosaurs can't really see anything because it's such a blinding flare. It's kind of like the flare that you see right here. And it also makes it really difficult for like the pterodactyls or the pteranodon to swoop down and grab you. And speaking of pteranodon, this is my terrible gameplay of a pteranodon. This was just me trying to figure out how to fly originally, uh, because there's really no instructions to this that I know of. I just got in the game and started playing like anybody else does, so that's why I'm just like flopping around like a retarded butterfly. As you see, I finally do get in the air, but I don't actually make any kills on the pteranodon because I don't know. I just didn't know the controls were enough. This class isn't crappy. It's just me that's crappy. And speaking of another class that I'm crappy at is this one, which is the Carnotaurus class. It basically rams people like it can headbutt people and like kill them pretty much instantly. But it's really hard for me to play. But I didn't really know how to do its ramming moves. I didn't know how to do its. I can do the side to side head shake instead of like ramming forward. To do side to side and take out enemies from the side. And I didn't know how to do any of this. This was just me playing for the first time, and I didn't really like it, so I didn't go back to it. Now there was one thing that I didn't get to play, which is this one, the T-Rex. Because every time I went to play it, I don't know, it just would say need 8 more players, need 1 more player, and I don't quite know what it meant, need that many players, because I've seen people running around with them, even though it just kept telling me the same thing, need more players. But as you see earlier in the video, I mean, he was wrecking everything. He's kind of slow, but I mean, you pretty much can't stop him as a single person, unless you slow him down somehow and then sidestep him. That's the only way you can do it. I don't think he can turn very well, but he can like instantly like eat you. Like that's one good thing about this game that they did, and I was impressed by is the fact that he can actually, when he eats people, they actually go down his throat and they scream, and I thought that was like a pretty good effect. Now he also has a trample move. He could just like run over top of you and like crush you to death, and that's the well, that's what it says in the middle, of course. But I mean, I've been stomped plenty of times. It doesn't seem to be that hard to get stomped because you can't really outrun him unless you go into a place that he just can't fit. Now I know this is only 10 different classes and it was like basically 5 classes on each side. But from what I've heard, this company actually is coming out with supposed to be coming out with more playable dinosaurs. This is like a rumor I've seen on the internet, so I'll just name them out just for the benefit of you guys seeing it. Now this one's an Ankylosaurus. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, but that's how I'm reading it, is an Ankylosaurus. So this is supposed to be one of the dinosaurs that's going in the game. This one is a Brachiosaurus. I'm sure you've all seen one of these. This is like one of the most famous dinosaurs ever besides the T-Rex. Just basically, it's like on every book, like the front page almost. Now this is a Parasaurolophus, and I kind of hope it gets in the game. It looks like it'd be pretty fast, and looks like it would also headbutt. This one is a Spinosaurus. It kind of looks like it may be like kind of like a raptor-like dinosaur. It may be fast, and I mean, look at its teeth, look at its claws. It looks like it's a killer. I'd love to play one of these. Now, a Stegosaurus, which is what this is also a well-known dinosaur. I'm sure you've all seen. And the next one coming up is also a well-known one. Now, the Triceratops is the other well-known one that everybody knows for some reason. I think it's just because it's another main one that's in the books. And according to what I've read, this may be an anti-vehicle class. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a Leopleurodon. And the way this looks, it looks like there may be like water or something in this game eventually. I mean, this animal only swims, so I mean it would have to be like that, like unless they just made it like where there's shallow water or something, and if you get near it, maybe it yanks you in and eats you or something. That'd be the only, like maybe it's just a map hazard. Now this is an iguanodon. Now these are already on the map, but they're not playable. But I've been hearing that they may be playable later on. Like, have you ever seen the like the dead dinosaurs land down, the ones that you eat to gain health? Those are iguanodons. And from what I've heard, it used to be the Carnotaurus, which used to be in their place, like laying there. And I guess they thought the iguanodon wasn't dangerous enough to have as a playable thing, so they just used it as bait, basically, or used it as food, and then made the Carnotaurus one of the killers. But anyways, I've done rambled on long enough about this game. Now to the I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a score. I give this game, the way it's sitting right now, an 8 out of 10. But I mean that's pretty good for a beta. I think it might get 9 or a 10 out of 10. I mean I love replaying it. There wasn't really anything that stopped me from playing it. I still play it. Played it today. Played it yesterday. Uh, it's pretty fun. I'm gonna recommend people getting it, and chances are I'm gonna buy it. So there you have it. 8 out of 10. Is its score. A lot better than 0 out of 10 that I gave it in the previous video. So I want to thank Lukewarm Media for redirecting me to this game. I mean, I was pretty mad that it wasn't up. So, till next time, I'm DJ942009. Thanks for watching my video. If you've gotten this far, please subscribe.